Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors be to the men who I learned this truth from. Start with the beginning, with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down. Yahweh Shem Shai, Barakatham to the hopeful elect. Alright, just a quick video on this article that I came across on RT. It says Australian authorities seize child rural parents abusive for resisting hormone therapy to help daughter become son. And just the title in itself is vexing, but nevertheless, just going to get right into it. Read through this article. This is an Australian couple whose child was reportedly seized by state authorities is appealing a magistrate's ruling finding them abusive and dangerous for resisting testosterone therapy for their daughter, who identifies as male. So, in layman terms, all right, the state took this girl, all right, away from parents who refused to allow their daughter to undergo this pretty much procedure to pretty much transform her into a boy, because she self-identifies as a boy. All right, and because the parents weren't okay with that, all right, the state took the child and labeled the parents abusive and dangerous. All right, it says lawyers for the unidentified parents filed papers last week seeking to appeal a magistrate's October decision setting up what appears to be the country's first test case on parental rights regarding gender dysphoria or dysphoria medicine. The Australian newspaper reported on Saturday. Their child, then 15, was taken away from the family last year after discussing suicide online. The authorities say we will not allow her to change gender. It's like this. The authorities say we will not allow her to change gender. So it's dangerous, foretold her to come back to our house because we will mentally abuse her. The father told the Australian they want us to consent to testosterone treatment. All right, which again, the process of pretty much, this young girl trying to become a boy. All right. It says the parents are seeking an independent psychological review of all possible causes of their child's depression, as well as consideration of non-invasive treatment options. The teen struggled after losing friends at 13 when the family relocated, and those difficulties were compounded by a difficult start to puberty and anxiety about eating and body image, the mother said. The family migrated to Australia a decade ago, the newspaper said, without identifying their native country. The magistrate found that the teen likely suffered verbal abuse over his feelings and expression of gender identity, which the parents denied. Lawyers for the child earlier this month filed papers seeking approval to begin hormone therapy. It's like let me read that again. It says lawyers for the child earlier this month filed papers seeking approval to begin hormone therapy. I just had to make sure I read that right, because this shit is crazy. A Twitter commenter who said her own daughter suffered from rapid onset gender dysphoria says state interventions such as in the Australia case mark the end of parenting as we know it. We have no rights. Our children can be seriously harmed by the government and medical profession, and we are powerless to stop it. It says, as the debate on treatment for gender dysphoria heats up in Australia, some U.S. states are creating exceptions to parental consent laws to enable children to get such treatments as hormone therapy and sex change surgeries without parental consent. And of course, that's no surprise, all right, because America, which is known in the Bible as Babylon the Great, all right, this is the mother of harlots, all right. Where's I at? It says, starting this year, children as young as 13 in Washington state have been allowed to obtain confidential treatment for gender dysphoria billed to their parents' insurance plan and done without parental consent. So they want to set it up to where a child, all right, a young child, a young adult can, without parental consent and even without parental advisory, all right, they don't have to let the parents know. They can pretty much go, they could pretty much have a transgender procedure without the parents' consent and without even letting the parents know, while built under the parents' insurance. All right. This place is wicked as hell, man. And this is why this place has to be purged with fire. All right. This is why this place has to go. It says, I'm going to read this tweet. It says, hard to overstate how radical this is. States are intervening in a loving relationship between parent and minor child and declaring, we will physically transform the child against your wishes and behind your back. And they are doing just that. Hard to overstate how radical this is, Abigail Schreier, journalist and irreversible damage author, tweeted. States are intervening in a loving relationship between parent and minor child and declaring, we will physically transform the child against your wishes and behind your back. Yeah, man, because the destruction of the family household, all right, which was all strategic, and it was all set up by Esau Edom, all right, destroying families and destroying the family structure, all right, because the natural order of things, it would be the man, all right, because through the rulership of the man, all right, comes order, all right, because being that the man, all right, the Lord deals with men, he deals with his men, all right, because the natural order of things, you got the Heavenly Father, and then you got the only begotten Son, all right, and under under Yahushua, you got the man, and from there you got the woman, and then you got the children. All right, but being that we live in this society where everything is all backwards and everything, the foundations, man, they're all off course, as the scriptures say. All right, everything is jacked up because again, the family structure is destroyed. And it started with feminism, giving women rights, equal rights. All right, and now and then now you got this shit, right? Because now, because let's just hypothetically, let's just say another 20, 30, 40 years in this place, man. They probably have it to where the children have more rights and more say so than both the parents. Because like I said, man, this is why this place has to be destroyed. And it's no surprise they're, doing shit like that here in America, which again, the Bible is known as Babylon the Great. It's no surprise. All right. You see more and more, like when you read scriptures like Job 9:24, all right. Because here these people push, being God-fearing, right? When these people, man, they don't have a care in the world for the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So right, man, if it's not point crystal clear, that Esau Edom, man, is the wicked. They are the devil, because they're the ones that rule. They run the earth, all right. Beginning with the top wicked elites, those Amalekites, those fake Jews, all right. They can control the media, they control the bank system, they control everything, all right. And this is why let me see if I can find this scripture real quick. Because this earth, man, yep, Isaiah 24:6. It says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth. And who's that curse? It's Esau. All right, the wicked. The same people that what I just read in Job 9:24, that run the earth, man. This whole earth is cursed. It's sick, man. And this is why we need Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to purge this place with fire. And I'm talking more so about this place, America. All right, because that's a vexing thing. That's when I read that article, man, I really had to get my emotions together, because that shit pissed me off. That's a truly a vexation of spirit, a vexation of spirit. And I've said this often. I say this a lot, man, because when I see stuff like this, all right, like different articles that go into like transgender woman or transgender man pregnant, right? Because you got people, man, they back that shit up, man. And I'm not shy to say, man, if you got a problem, or excuse me, if you're okay with stuff like that, man, then you need to be destroyed right along with this place. If you're okay with stuff like this, hearing stuff like this, then you deserve everything that you've got coming to you. All right? That's a vexation of spirit. This shit is wicked as hell. And like I said, man, if you're okay with this, you need help. You've got a problem. Because here it is, like in the article with the parents, all right, they're not on board with their daughter identifying as a son. And pretty much the government is trying to make it seem like the parents are crazy. Like the parents are, abusive. They're saying that the parents are abusive, right? Because, man, that it just has me, because we know, like, pretty soon, they're speaking out against these things. It's going to be illegal. It's going to be illegal having a Bible soon. It's going to be illegal to teach any form of truth. All right, this is why videos are getting taken down left and right. All right, videos are getting flagged because there's an attack on the truth. All right, and on another note, all right, going back to the natural order of everything, where the head, which is the man. All right, when you hear this talk about toxic masculinity, all right, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. All right, at the end of the day, man, a man is supposed to be a man. All right, because again, through the man, that's where the establishment of order comes in. All right, because if man's doing his job, man, you wouldn't have stuff like this. But with that, all right, because you do got some men out there, fathers, you got real fathers out there that somewhat, and because I'm talking about men aren't not in the truth, but nevertheless, you still got some men out there that were raised on some type of standard, and they try to teach that to their offspring, but the society has it so backwards and so messed up, man. It's hard, and I'm speaking for myself as well, man. I'm speaking out of experience. All right, this society is set up to where you can't raise your children the way that they're supposed to be raised, man. So yeah, man, I'm gonna read this again. Isaiah 24:6. It says, "Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men left." So you see, this curse, man, it needs to be removed. This curse, which is AKA Esau, Edom, they need to be taken out of the way, man. All right, because everything is backwards, everything is jacked up. And this is why it talks about in the Apocrypha how there's the insurrection against those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, because they're coming after the men, the men of the Lord. All right, that's why like what I just read here. All right, the latter part said, "And few men be left." All right, because there's no real men out here. And being that Esau men, they're going to come down on us very soon. All right, again, because soon, man, it's going to be illegal to speak against these things. Speaking against wickedness. All right, when the scriptures talk about it talks about who's going to stand up for me, who's going to and I'm just quoting it, but it pretty much talks about how who's going to stand up for righteousness. Who's going to speak out against these things on the behalf of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? The men of the Lord are. And this is why Esau, this is why they're going to come down and try to get rid of the prophets and the men of the Lord. All right, because there's an agenda out here to destroy the men and to destroy the family structure. All right, like I said, you still got feminism. All right, and like I said, man, if we were here another 20, 30, 50, 100 years, man, I'm sure that Esau was set up to where the children has more rights and more say-so than both the parents. And this is why, again, man, this place has to go, man. It has to be destroyed. So just these precepts I got lined up, man. Isaiah 5:20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." And again, this is why, again, Esau, man, they got to go. Because all the foundations are off course. Everything is backwards. Everything is flipped. Complete madness, man. All right. This place has to go. Ecclesiastes 1:14, it says, "I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit." So you see, because like I said, man, this is a complete vexation. All right. More and more, you see why when the scriptures talk about how Lot was vexed. All right. Dealing with Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Which it tells you in the New Testament, it talks about how Sodom and Gomorrah was left as an example. It was an example to a small prelude to what's going to take place in America via thermonuclear missile fire, heat, fervent heat. All right, because like I said, man, this place needs to be purged because that stuff starts here in America. Like I said, You know, America is the mother of all harlots. All right, it's because of America, Babylon the Great, all this stuff is this cancer is spread throughout the earth. You got different countries and other nations picking up on this madness, right? A lot of other countries and nations are pissed off at America because, you know, pretty much, like I said, you know, these other nations, they picked up on America's philosophies. All right, these are other nations, they partook in the wine of Babylon. They got drunk and they laid down with her. All right, and that's why a lot of these countries, man, that's why a lot of these countries, you know, they're third world countries, and you know, they're broke and poor, all messed up and all jacked up. The women are all whorish. All right, this is why these people are about to shoot missiles over here and destroy this place. You know, because of this vexation. Because like I said, this is where it started, man. This is where it starts. America allowed this crap to you know, go on. You know, you got bestiality legal in some states, pedophilia, which I've said that I've been saying that for a couple of years, man. That, you know, soon they're gonna start legalizing pedophilia and bestiality and all these other things, all these other abominations. You know, even before I was completely converted into following under the GMS doctrine, all right, the Great Millstone doctrine, I was saying, you know, some of these stuff, you know, I was saying because it's clear, it's evident. You know, certain things, it was just obvious. You know, but a complete vexation of spirit, man. And this is why this place has to be purged, right? And also on another note, going here to Jeremiah 16, because, you know, like I said, man, this attack on destroying the family structure, all right, turning men effeminate, making men effeminate, talking about telling the man you gotta get in touch with your feminine side. There's no such thing. All right, men shouldn't be you know, effeminate whatsoever. You know, and like I said, man, you know, because you do got some very small remnant of men out there that are, you know, raised on some type of standard, and you know, they try to you know, raise their children right, but it's hard to do that in society. And this is why, you know, Jeremiah 16, starting at verse 2, it says, "Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place." So, you know, trying to you know, establish a family and raise seed. This isn't the place to do that. All right, like the one brother out there in Kansas City. All right, he often says, "Hey man, if you deal with a woman, you better put it on her rather than in her." You know, because again, you know, this isn't the time to be having children and raising up seed in this captivity. This isn't the time for it, because, you know, everything is cankered, everything is backwards, everything is fucked up here. You know, so, you know, it will be wise to, you know, refrain from doing these things. This is not the time to be trying to raise up a family. You know, because like I said, man, you know, if this place continue on, man, we'd all be finished. We'd all be done. And this is why those that are sincere, man, and those that are in the faith, we are crying out to Yahweh Shemel Shah to please destroy this place. Please speed these days up for the elect's sake, or there will be no one to be saved, man. This place has to go. This place has to, it has to go. Get pissed off when you see things like this, man. It's truly vexing. Truly vexing. So I'm going to end it off there, man, before I get to rambling and you know, whatnot. I'm going to give all credit to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Once again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say shalom.